Is there anything paltry about the Castle of Daltrey?
Is TV safer for Morley than art?
Is Mary Fran all worked up over Newhart?
Is Halley's Comet becoming a star on Earth?
Entertainment Tonight, Hucklebucks through Friday, November 29th, 1985.
Why bother?
Hello, everyone. I'm Rob Weller.
And I'm Mary Hart. Well, this is it, Pilgrims. The Friday after Thanksgiving, traditionally the biggest shopping day of the year as Americans gear up for Christmas. This year, according to USA Today, we'll be spending $30.2 billion on gifts, food, and holiday decorations. Newspapers are full of ads, many of them for telescopes and binoculars to watch an out-of-this-world event that for most of us comes but once in a lifetime. Scott Osborne reports.
It's a show that's been running for at least 22 centuries, but it can only be seen every 76 years. Halley's Comet is currently making its 30th recorded return engagement. You don't have to have a telescope like this one to see Halley's Comet, but you do have to know what to look for. And there's a lot of help for those as confused as Snoopy.
How could we possibly miss it? It's easy if you're 40 million miles away, and that's the closest we'll come to Halley's on this trip.
William Shatner turns from Star Trek to tracking the comet in his latest enterprise, a home video Comet Watcher's Guide.
Where are you going to find it on this myriad of stars? You have to look around. Well, this simplifies where you look. It tells you where it's been, it tells you where it's going and what it's going to do.
Virtually every observatory in the world will be focusing on Halley as it swings by.
The voice of Darth Vader, James Earl Jones, intones a Comet special now appearing on PBS. And Navy Commander Alan Shepard has made a Comet documentary for syndication. After all, he was the first American in space and headed the Apollo 14 lunar mission.
The more I thought about the comet, the more excited I got about it, and the more pleasing the whole process became, and next thing I know, I was doing a television documentary.
During the Comet's last appearance in 1910, advertisers tied their fortunes to the Comet's tail. This year, Halley's Comet paraphernalia ranges from books to champagne to stock in the Comet. Telescope sales are booming, but really, comet watching isn't all that complicated.
Go far from any city. Pick a night when the moon is not up at the time when you want to observe the comet. Get as far south as you can, and take some binoculars along if you have them.
And as the Comet spotters say, happy Halley Days. Scott Osborne, Entertainment Tonight.
The Wall Street Journal reports today, home box office is considering a new pay TV service with no sex, no violence, no R-rated films. The idea being to attract an audience of older viewers and families with young children. That's right down the alley of the university called Christian Broadcasting Network, which turns out filmmakers. Peter Quinn-Hackus reports.
More than a master's program, it's a master plan for life.
Now heavily plugged by the network that gave it birth, the small graduate school offers master's degrees ranging from public policy and biblical studies to communications, where a small film program is seeking to loosen the grip the so-called secular humanists have on the movie industry.
Filmmaking has sort of moved away from mainstream America, if you will, mainstream thought, mainstream values.
University President Bob Schlosser admits that non-Christians aren't really welcome here, and students are required to sign a document of faith, but he says the training available here is competitive with the best.
For the first time, you're going out with single cameras.
As in any program, instruction begins in the classroom and follows into the field, where CBNU film students are working with state-of-the-art equipment on a variety of projects, such as this Christian music video featuring Phil Keaggy.
Roll it, go. When I looked inside, there was love before my eyes. When I looked inside.
Students who could have spent similar amounts of money at other fine schools say there's something more here at CBNU.
I've worked for a film company in Miami, and, you know, there are a lot of good people, and there's no problem with that. It's just, I got really caught up in the fast lane lifestyle, and, you know, and being here, everybody pretty much has the same type of philosophy. We have the same goals.
I would like to see people understand that we're human, that Christians are human people just like they are. We feel just like anybody else does.
George Lucas said that cinema is a new church today, and we're out here and we want to preach too.
Action! Students here say that going to Hollywood from CBNU may be like sending David into Goliath's studio, but they say their skills as much as faith will help put more Christian values into the movie business. Peter Quinn Hackus, Entertainment Tonight.
Sylvester Stallone's Rocky IV took in an estimated $5.7 million at the box office yesterday in its second day of release. Added to the $5.2 million in day one, the gross now comes to almost $11 million. And those figures spell big hit in capital letters. By way of comparison, Stallone's other hit earlier this year, Rambo First Blood Part 2, grossed $7 million in its first 2 days of release. Arnold Schwarzenegger's Commando, one of the few movie successes of the fall season, is still playing in theaters. Its box office take now stands at over $34 million. One of Commando's co-stars, as Dick Shoemaker tells us, is going great guns as well.
Alyssa Milano. She plays Tony Danza's daughter on the television sitcom Who's the Boss?
Well, I better go upstairs. I told Jonathan I'd play hide and seek with him. He's been hiding since 7:30.
She also plays Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughter in the movie Commando.
What's in this?
You don't want to know.
With two make-believe dads and one real one, does Milano ever get kidded about having so many fathers?
Not really, but, I guess sooner or later I will.
In Commando, Milano is a daughter about to be kidnapped, a part that wasn't easy to play.
Daddy? No. You forget sometimes that it's, you know, all make-believe, and you escape into your own, like, world, and it's sort of scary because you have somebody holding a knife to your throat, and you sometimes forget that you're acting.
In one scene, Schwarzenegger runs amok in a shopping center that Alicia knows well.
Don't you find it strange that when you and your mom go shopping, you go to the same mall that Arnold Schwarzenegger destroyed?
Yeah, and I know exactly where the spot he destroyed, and I know everything. It's weird, you know, because it's two totally different perspectives of the Galleria. You know, one's just for fun, and the other's for work, you know.
You've achieved so much at the age of 13. Where do you go from here?
Hopefully up.
And coming up, the artwork of Morley Safer, the part-time work of Roger Daltrey, the body work of Mary Fran.
Here's the E.T. Digest for Friday, November 29th. In the video store, Perfect, starring John Travolta and Jamie Lee Curtis. In the bookstore, Minute by Minute by Don Hewitt. The Klingon Dictionary by Mark Okrand. And Comet by Carl Sagan and Andrew Yan. In the record store, a classic case. The London Symphony Orchestra plays the music of Jethro Tull. Visions of Excess by the Golden Palominos. And celebrating birthdays today, Kathy Moriarty is 25, Howie Mandel 30, Susie Chaffee is 39, Chuck Mangione 45, Diane Ladd is 53, and Vin Scully 58.
I've tried a million different soaps, and they've left my face very, very dry. After 7 days with Dove, my face feels incredibly soft.
We asked women across America to give up their ordinary soap and take the Dove 7-day test.
Dove is a lot better for my face than soap. It makes my skin feel young, soft, and silky.
Dove is 1/4 moisturizing cream. It doesn't dry your face like soap.
After 7 days with Dove, my skin feels softer. It's like there's more moisture in it.
Dove is better than soap. You can feel it in your skin.
Hello, Deli.
Now get all your deli favorites
Well, hello, Deli.
in new Oscar Mayer Select Slices.
Oscar Mayer put deli taste where it belongs. Smoked turkey breast, fellas and all the rest. Fellas.
9 select slices like corned beef and pastrami.
So take a bite, fellas. Oscar Mayer's got it right, fellas.
Deli taste is Holiday values now at Lechmere. Save $10 to $60 on brand name cameras like the Nikonos waterproof camera. Save $50. All gadget bags and filters 20% off. Also lenses like the Takina SMZ 80 to 200 millimeter macro zoom lens. Save $30. For cameras, accessories, and telescopes, Lechmere, your photography headquarters. Now during Lechmere's Holiday Value Sale.
Lechmere, for the way you live today.
Coming up this weekend with Dave Finnegan.
Hi, I'm Dave Finnegan, and this weekend, Saturday night at 7, a look at the Anglo-Irish Treaty. How significant is it, really? And then we're going to take a look at the controversy over the film Hail Mary. It's being shown in Cambridge, and a lot of people are unhappy about it. And then at Sunday morning at 10:30, we're going to take a look at a phenomenon that may be costing you a lot of money. It's people who use drugs in the workplace. Join us.
Broadway may be singing the blues this season, but for theater in Los Angeles, the beat is definitely up. Pulitzer Prize winner David Mamet's play, Glengarry Glen Ross, is now open. As Scott Osborne reports, the play is the latest to appear in a booming season.
Do people go to the theater here? Do a lot of people go to the theater?
Yes, they do. And Peter Falk ought to know.
This is now. This is that thing that you've been dreaming of.
Falk and Joe Mantegna opened in Glengarry Glen Ross. It's the latest addition to the burgeoning theater scene in Los Angeles.
This is it.
And you see in the paper, there are a number of theaters. There are quite a few.
From Dick Shawn's one-man show in Beverly Hills to the Garden of Earthly Delights at Hollywood's James Doolittle Theater, Stage is thriving in L.A.
You have the mixture, and I think a healthy theater town is a town in which can support both the commercial activity and the nonprofit and the experimental.
I think you're seeing the theater of tomorrow develop because you've got the motion picture television capital here. It means you've got the largest talent pool in the world based right here in L.A.
Everything's coming up roses for me and for you.
And so the theater, long a neglected art form in this city of movie and television sound stages, moves to the forefront. Scott Osborne, Entertainment Tonight.
A brush with Morley Safer in television is what's known as a tough interview. But as Dixie Watley discovered, there's another sort of brush in his life.
Morley Safer has probably been called every name in the book for his hard-nosed style of interviewing on CBS's 60 Minutes. But Painter was not one of those names, until now. Safer's currently showing the artwork he painted while on vacation in France last summer. While his current work features French landscapes, he was dubbed the Matisse of Marriotts by Time magazine back in 1980 after his first art showing. Paintings of motel rooms done while on the road for 60 Minutes. And he doesn't just show his work, he sells it.
Yeah, Diane Sawyer bought one, Mike Wallace bought one, Don Hewitt bought one.
Although he epitomizes the intrepid reporter, Safer admits he's nervous about inviting people to look at his work.
It's awful. It really is very scary because, first of all, it involves a terrible conceit to invite your friends in to see you. Be like hiring Carnegie Hall and say, I'm going to sing a couple of songs and then I'm going to do a striptease and then some recitations or something.
Dixie Watley, Entertainment Tonight.
The Fall Guy, which ABC put on the shelf just a month ago, returns Saturday night with an episode dealing with child abduction. Also on Saturday night, Lauren Tweez returns to The Love Boat, this time as a passenger. Scott Osborne reports.
Hey, here she comes. Here she comes. She's coming up the gangway.
Okay, everybody, remember our plan. We act like she's just another passenger.
This Love Boat guest, of course, already knows the ropes. Lauren Tweez reprised her role as the ship's social director, Julie McCoy.
The show has a real pretty look now. I know that they have new sets and they have all kinds of new people. Have you met the mermaids?
Just as the show has changed, so has Lauren Tweez. She's kicked the cocaine habit that burned up her $1 million-a-year career. Lauren Tweez sailed for 7 seasons aboard the Love Boat before hitting the shoals in a stormy contract dispute.
I haven't watched the show in the last couple of years, probably for obvious reasons. When I left the show, I wasn't very happy and I was hurt, and that was my reaction, just to sort of stay away from that pain.
Are bygones bygones then?
Absolutely. Yes.
Come on, I'll show you the way.
Oh, no, that's okay. I know you're busy. I remember the way. I'll see you guys later.
Lauren Tweez won't see the Love Boat crew again this season, but may well return if the ship keeps on course next season. Scott Osborne, Entertainment Tonight.
There's another change, but for this week only, in store for television viewers Saturday night. David Letterman's Holiday Film Festival will air on NBC in place of Saturday Night Live. The special features a group of guest stars' short films on humorous subjects. Among the contributors, Bette Midler.
Lady Di finally came to the United States. She brought 90 trunks, 10 hairdressers, 3 makeup artists. She went to J.C. Penney's. I said, Lady Di, why bother?
Every prescription from my stores gets triple checked. We check instructions, interactions, dosage. And every triple check sale item sells at the lowest price anywhere.
This week's triple check sale special, Rick's Vitamins, entire line, buy one, get one free. Jerry Redding Milk and Honey Conditioner, 16 plus 4 ounce, $129. The Shetland Curling Iron, free after manufacturer's $4 rebate.
Rick's Superdrug and Dunnington Superdrug, triple check prescriptions, triple check sale prices.
You've got to hurry to catch your Toyota dealer's first big 86 sales event, the Toyota Thanksgiving Value Parade. He wants to deal on every Toyota in stock, a big selection. But it ends tomorrow, so don't wait. Make your best deal now. And incentives to dealers on selected models could save you money. Hurry, stock is moving fast and it ends tomorrow. Your Toyota dealer's delivering big value at his Thanksgiving Value Parade. Who could ask for anything more?
Norm Newsworthy here with Trash Can Dan, who says trash dumps aren't what they used to be.
And it's all because of Massachusetts Electric.
Well, what does Mass Electric have to do with trash?
Their generating company has signed more trash contracts than any other utility. They're turning trash into electricity. A man can't earn a decent buck at the dump anymore.
Well, maybe that's why Mass Electric has the lowest rates of any major Massachusetts utility.
What about the little guy? What's the world coming to if there's no trash?
Clean?
This Friday through Sunday, it's the after Thanksgiving Day sale at Filene's. 25 to 40% off all Mrs. and Petite's coats and jackets. 25% off selected Mrs. designer sleepwear and robes. All Mrs. boots, all Mrs. moderate folded shirts. Friday through Sunday, 50% off all pearls and 14-karat gold chains and bracelets and fine jewelry. 30% off all handbags, mufflers, and leather gloves. 25% off all men's sweater vests, rugby shirts, sweatshirts, and turtlenecks. All men's London Fog. Friday through Sunday and the after Thanksgiving Day sale at Filene's. All stores open 8 a.m. Friday.
If you're going to your local record store this weekend, here's what's selling. Mr. Mister tops the pop singles chart with Broken Wings, according to the latest from Billboard magazine. At the top of the R&B chart, Caravan of Love by Isley Jasper Isley. Lee Greenwood's I Don't Mind the Thorns is the #1 country single. And the Miami Vice soundtrack is once again at the head of the album chart. Roger Daltrey has had his fair share of hits. But these days, as Peter Quinn-Hackis reports, Daltrey is marching to the beat of a different drummer.
Life after The Who for Roger Daltrey has pretty much meant life as it was before, but more so. His new album, Under a Raging Moon, does echo The Who, but also represents his coming to grips with a breakup. He now spends his time on a variety of recording and video projects roundabout London and is making strides in his new first love, acting.
But the master shot has got to be used for the beginning.
Here, for a new British educational film, he stars as a teddy boy father. Past credits include several less than critically acclaimed movies, but he feels as an actor he's come a long way.
There's something about him, his voice and all. It was like he sang about things you knew about, things that had happened to you, you know what I mean?
When I first did my first acting role, which was Tommy, it was like someone kind of cutting free the chains. I just felt it was such a wonderful to be able to use everything.
When he's tired of all the hustle and bustle and wants to take a break from his many, many projects, it's here in Sussex, just a couple of hours outside of London, that Roger Daltrey finds peace and home. Home is a centuries-old manor house on 350 acres, where he spends most of his free time with his wife Heather and son Jamie. This splendid isolation is not total, though. A fishery he built here welcomes local anglers, a situation remarked upon by a local American Express commercial.
You know me, what I do round here. I run this trout fishery. Any luck?
Yes, got a nice one.
Oh dear. I'll have to put the other one in now. Can I get that pump? Yeah, it's up in the shed up there.
He really does run a working farm and wildlife refuge. Local fishermen really do descend on this rock star's ponds as often as they please.
I really like that. I mean, I like to keep my feet on the ground. It's very important to me that I remember where I came from.
Daltrey's plans hold out the hope of spending a year with the Royal Shakespeare Company, plus he's working on record ideas with Pete Townsend.
Yes.
As for a rebound by The Who...
I didn't ever want to shut the door. I mean, I didn't ever want the group to finish anyway. That was Pete's decision. And if he ever came to me and said, look, let's get the band together because I've got a project that I want to do, or if I ever felt that there was a project that I couldn't do on my own that I thought would be good for the band, then great, let's get it back together.
In Sussex, England, Peter Quinn-Hackis, Entertainment Tonight.
If you're shopping for a video cassette as a stocking stuffer, here are the best sellers. Beverly Hills Cop once again tops Billboard magazine's latest list. Ghostbusters is second, followed by Jane Fonda's New Workout. Pinocchio, White Christmas, Jane Fonda's Workout. And then Dumbo, Amadeus, Mary Poppins, and Motown 25. Yesterday, Today, Forever. And if your shopping doesn't take forever, you might want to go to a movie. Leonard Maltin, no Scrooge he, has a review of One Magic Christmas.
It's a little early to be dreaming of a white Christmas, but I gotta tell you, watching the new Disney movie One Magic Christmas sure put me in the right mood. Mary Steenburgen stars as a working mother of two who definitely hasn't got the Christmas spirit. Her husband has lost his job and nothing seems to be going right. Then one night, her daughter runs away, only to return after an eye-opening adventure.
Where have you been? We've all been worried sick.
And to Mom, see Santa Claus.
Don't tell me stories like that.
Oh, Mom, really? Gideon took me there. He can fly. You gonna spank me, Mom?
No, I'm not. But you shouldn't tell fibs.
Of course, she's telling the truth. And it's only when Mary Steenburgen finds it out for herself that the humbug is driven out of her. She also gets an assist from one unlikely guardian angel. In the old days, they cast warm, cuddly types as angels. Now it's Harry Dean Stanton. Well, I like this movie. It's sweet without being sugary. I'm not sure how younger kids will react to one portion of the story that deals with a death, but this being a Disney film and a Christmas film, you know everything's going to be okay. Watching One Magic Christmas is a nice way to get yourself into the holiday spirit. It worked for me, and I'm giving it an 8. I'm Leonard Maltin, Entertainment Tonight.
And when we return, Mary Fran works out, and so does Bob Newhart. Sort of.
Check your local listings this weekend for time and station as Entertainment This Week turns the spotlight on
Sally Field and James Garner.
a behind-the-scenes report on General Hospital,
Rona Barrett with Ellen Burstyn.
and Barbara Hauer with part 2 of her interview with Yoko Ono.
This weekend, all new on Entertainment This Week.
This Friday and Saturday only, everything's on sale at Levitt's. It's spectacular. Everything in stock, reduced 15%. Friday and Saturday only at Levitt's.
Hello. Time for winter boots again. You know, the ones that make you look like Bigfoot. Normally, a grown man can't get excited about these things, but if they're built like these, have style for men, women, and children, save you lots of money, and come from Tom McCann.
Tom McCann, the shoe store for people who love shoes and great sales. Sale ends December 1st.
I don't want to set the world on fire. I just
Charles.
Catherine.
Do you mind if I ask you a personal question?
What is it?
In my heart, I have but one.
Share the fantasy. Chanel number 5.
Hello, I'm Gary Armstrong. This week on Urban Update, we'll tell you about the controversy surrounding AIDS in Africa. We'll also take you to Wareham, Massachusetts. cranberry country, where a young couple is working hard to maintain a family tradition. Also, you'll meet Dr. Harriet Musumbe, a college professor whose specialty is African folk tales. So join us for Urban Update, Saturday night at 7:30.
Over 50 Carlsons were at last year's reunion, 3 of them with heart defects that a few years ago could have been fatal. But thanks to research like that sponsored by the American Heart Association, there are more Carlsons to keep up with. The American Heart Association, we're fighting for your life.
I hope they never stop fighting.
Does art imitate life? That's a little too heavy to contemplate. How about this? Can a situation comedy imitate life? Mary Fran is giving the theory a workout. Next week's episode of Newhart emerged out of the Cast Zone experience.
Hi, honey. Stephanie and I are going to do our aerobics. Want to join us?
Damn. I've got my leotards and woolite.
At the end of last season, I started campaigning to have an aerobics class.
She's alive.
To feel good, to increase your stamina and energy, to stay in shape. Of course, half the time we're in the class saying, you know, some people have actually been known to sit down and have a sandwich at this hour.
You put your right foot in.
And Bob certainly gets a workout walking from his dressing room to the commissary. That's a major workout.
You do the hokey pokey.
I would say to him, aren't you going to exercise with us? And he'd say, oh, I can't believe it. I've scheduled an interview. I'm crushed. I can't believe it. I'm going to have to miss the class. So it was a running joke.
Wait. I have a great one where you pretend to be a teapot.
That's like us here. You do all the exercise.
You read. I'll pretend.
Lisa Gibbons and I will be here this weekend with Entertainment This Week. On tap, a behind-the-scenes report on General Hospital, Sally Field, James Garner, Yoko Ono, and a preview of the busy entertainment week ahead.
Jumping, rock and rolling Elton